want to welcome you back to Buffalo Bills Report tonight. We're going to talk about my Jazzy life going off on Philip, basically saying she's going to put him on child support because he didn't help pay for Ava and Aiden's birthday. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Once again, my Jazzy life is going off on Philip and basically saying that she's taking him back to court for child support because she had a dispute on how much he had to pay for Ava and Aiden's birthday. But if we all remember, Philip has given birthdays to Amaya. He has given birthdays to Kaylin. They have been at hotels. They have actually spent money on venues for these children. So that means him, Hannah, his mother, his sister may have spent $500 to $1,000 on a venue. But Jasmine has a party for the twins. All she had to do was buy the food. All she had to do was buy the cake and buy a few decorations. And the venue was outside, so it was free. But this chick is still angry. She's angry that Philip didn't give her any money, but did she give any money to Hannah? Did she give any money to Philip for Kaylin and Amaya's birthday, in which they seemed like they spent a lot of money on those parties? But remember, I have always told you that Jasmine is an amoral woman. She doesn't see it through the lens of a regular person. That they were basically telling her, hey Jasmine, you're going to have to pay for something. She doesn't buy these kids any clothes. She gets clothes from Valerie, or she gets clothes from basically her donations and sponsors for the kids. They know that. And the kids spend 14 days out of the month with Philip. So basically, she doesn't spend a lot of money on the Davis 4, but it seems like she spends a lot of money on Legend. He gets new sneakers, new clothes, haircuts, everything. So she's complaining about what Philip doesn't do, but she never complains about Chris. See, Philip is kind of like Gerard. They participate in their children's lives. They participate in their educational activities, their after school activities. They spend money on their kids, but they the ones who take all the brunt. They the ones that take all the hatred because of the situation that she's in. She's still angry that Chris is gone. And she sees the relationship that Philip has with Hannah. And she said Philip basically went off on her when they met so he could get the kids and that Hannah was in a car. But you got to understand this. Jasmine, to me, has too much access to Philip. When you have that access to Philip who's in a relationship with another woman, it's always going to cause problems. She has no boundaries. She expects for Philip to do everything for those kids, but she does very little or nothing. Basically, let me tell you something about Jasmine. I told you she's immoral. I told you she does the bare minimum for her kids. Her kids are nothing but content. She goes, watches them, plays sports. That's all she does. She never talks about their educational activities. She never goes to any school activities other than something that she can put on YouTube. And let me tell you something. Why have this discussion about Phil on social media when you can do it with him in private? Everything doesn't need to be on social media. So basically, she's trying to get views. Remember, this is what got her in trouble the last time with Olivia when she didn't go out and stand up for her daughters. When Olivia was saying they were SA, she didn't go to the police. She didn't do anything. But all of a sudden, she wants to go back down to child support and go against Philip because of a birthday party. Something that you know comes every year. Something that knows that you will have to spend money on, just like Christmas, Halloween, Easter, and other holidays. You know that you have to spend money on. But you're extremely mad at Philip and Hannah. Then she brought up the New Orleans vacation, in which they took Asia, two kids, to New Orleans. She was mad about something like that. So I was basically saying, wait a minute. Maybe he'll take them to New Orleans, and maybe he'll take the Davis for somewhere else. But she has to understand is that you are not a great mother. And that's what Philip told her. Basically, to me, you're an unfit mother. If you saw my shabby life and the way she treated those kids when Chris was there, did she start calling them the Davis Four? Because Chris called them the Davis Four. This is the type of woman that men have to deal with. A woman like this who's going after a man who's actually involved in his kid's life. She acts like he's an actual deadbeat. Like Liv goes after Gerard. He's there every day, making sure they go to school, activities, fed. But she's going after him. But she's not going after the deadbeat Chris. A man who can put your son on his insurance. A man you can get child care for. A man you can easily get child support for. But you're not doing nothing to him. But you're doing something to the man who's actually helping you out. The man who actually came and got your nasty behind out of prison because you didn't handle your business when it came to Olivia. So now you got to deal with something in May. So who and why are you mad at a man who's involved? He may not be perfect. We know that Philip is not perfect. We know what Philip has done in the past, but he has tried to make a change and be part of his children's life, and he is. And you're trying to make him look bad. But what about you? We saw what you did on video. Your videos will be there in 2055 about how you treated them kids and how you still treat those kids. You're complaining about him as a father, but he's an involved father. He didn't disappear on you. Did Chris show up to your son's birthday, his Christmas? Did he show up for a soccer game? Did he get him a haircut? No, but you got nothing to say about that. But you got enough to say about the man who's truly involved in your child's life. This is absolutely disturbing. But you got to expect this from an amoral woman who doesn't have any common damn sense to know if you got a man involved, you are a lucky woman, especially when you got 5 damn kids. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to Black Buffalo Bills Report. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.